Welcome back, PC Bros. Today we have yet another build highlight for you guys. This one being probably the most high-end custom we've had on the channel yet for review. This is Connor's 5080 and 9800X 3D build. Basically, he reached out with this console and he wanted a high-end build, pretty much the highest end build he could afford without spending any money on aesthetics, lighting, any of that. He just wanted to ditch all that and go for max price performance. And that's what we have in this PC here today. In my opinion, this is one of the cleanest all black builds you can do and one of the more easier to replicate ones as well. Before we get started, if you're interested in a custom console like this one here, you can head over to PCBros.tech, scroll down to that custom build consultation and advice section, and you can fill in a $20 form, basically to send in your budget, requests, anything like that. Any case, preference for size, price point, anything like that we can do for you, and we can do it pretty quickly as well. Done by me in-house. But starting off with the build, we have, of course, like I mentioned, the Ryzen 7 9800X 3D. This is one of the go-to options for a high-end PC build for top gaming performance. What makes it so good for gaming is that 3D V-Cache baked into the CPU, and it's just honestly the go-to CPU for so many out there. You can sub in the 9850X 3D if you want to spend a little extra money. It is about 3% faster, but in my opinion, this CPU is already overkill for so many people out there. It's housed on the MSI X870 Tomahawk Wi-Fi board, one of the go-to boards that I find myself picking a lot nowadays. Honestly, just for the price, the USB ports in the back that you get, the Wi-Fi 7 capability, and just the power phase design going to the CPU for the price point that it's at is pretty much unbeatable compared to other X870 boards on the platform. And on top of that, it also has a really nice BIOS interface that's really easy to use as well. So in my opinion, this is definitely a go-to option and one you should consider if you're replicating at home. For that expensive DDR5 RAM, I actually spent a little more money than I should, and I actually went with a all-black kit of silicon-powered DDR5 6000 mega transfers at CL30 cast latency. You can usually actually find some cheaper DDR5 kits from Newegg that are not necessarily like name brand for around like $20, $30, $40 less than what I spent on this one. I wanted the good cast latency and I wanted no RGB to finish this whole no RGB PC. And silicon power has been used a lot by us here and we've had no issues really whatsoever with them. And I think this particular kit looks pretty good too. For storage and at this price point, you gotta go with 2TB Gen 4 NVMe. This one's a Patriot P410, one of the more accessible and affordable options on Newegg. Decent read and write speeds, don't need to go with anything too insane with this one. If you wanted to spend a little extra money, you'll find yourself spending around the $300 mark. Cooling that CPU, we have the Arctic Liquid Freezer 3 Pro in black. This is my favorite CPU cooler on the market. It's actually the one that I use in my own personal PC build as well. This is such a beefy AIO, you can literally see how thick it is. Honestly, in some cases, it can be a little hard to fit in, so make sure you have a decent sized case like this 4000D, which we'll talk about in a second, but this thing is an absolute powerhouse. This will cool any CPU down to its lowest temperatures you can really find. And it looks really good, performs really good, and it's also pretty quiet if I do say so myself. So definitely worth the pickup, especially with it being under $100 for this particular AIO. Like I just mentioned, this is the Corsair Frame 4000D, one of the most modular and just easy to build in cases on the market in my opinion. You have 3 pre-installed RS120 black fans up front. You can option in RS ARGB fans as well from Corsair if you wanted to go the ARGB route. We added in this extra Corsair RS120 fan in back to match the ones up front, and you can buy those for around $15 per fan. A little pricey, but it is nice and quiet, and it does match the whole aesthetic of the build. So I wanted to do that for our customer, not just throwing some cheap basic fan. And averaging right under or right around $100 for these cases, I think it's really good performance, especially with how much ventilation you have on the sides here for the PSU basement. Ventilation up top, ventilation up front, and it's just, in my opinion, it's just a classic, timeless, and easy to build in case without any issues whatsoever. If you are on the customization side as well, you can actually change up the front panel, side panel, and add a full-on screen on the bottom here with your Xenon Edge. So if you wanted to upgrade your case down the road, you can actually do that. For the graphics card, you can obviously see it on the name right there, but this is the PNY GeForce RTX 5080. Coming in with 16 gigs of GDDR7. This is probably the go-to high-end graphics card right now. 5090 is priced through the roof. You do not want to be buying those cards unless you have just throwaway money. But this one, in my opinion, is pretty much the sweet spot if you want the highest end build possible without going too crazy. Now the 5080, in my opinion, honestly is starting to make a little more sense than the 5070 Ti. The 5070 Ti has seen a pretty big price jump. Same thing with the 5080, but I feel like it's an easier pill to swallow at this price point of a PC. And in my opinion, it's gonna give you a bit of extra longevity down the road. Empowering that big old 5080 is the ASRock 1000 watt Steel Legend 80 plus gold fully modular power supply. This one I actually haven't used too frequently, but compared to the Montech unit, this one has a bit of a darker color scheme. And funny enough, with this particular case, that color scheme does matter compared to like the silver from the Montech because you can see it through the ventilation here on the side. So I opted for this 1000 watt unit from ASRock. Good price. good modularity. Actually, it has tons of extra cables included with the box, and it has good upgrade room for the future if you ever want to upgrade to the whatever 7080 or whatever we have down the road. Who knows, but this power supply should be able to comfortably power everything upgrade-wise in the future. And when you're building out this high end of a PC, why not spend the extra 30, 40 bucks to get the extra 150 watts compared to an 850 watt? All in with Windows 11 Pro installed, activated, 1-year warranty, testing, drivers, updates, everything like that done, he still came in under his budget, which is really awesome to see. And he's gonna be picking this one up local at our store in Louisville, Kentucky. So check out our Louisville store in person if you are local. And if you want a custom build console like this for yourself, check out again the links in the description down below to fill out your custom build console today. Thanks for watching today. I hope you all did, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.